Hello everybody, Jordan here, the PH is silent. I foresaw this video coming. So today we're discussing Savras, the god of divination, and Selune, the goddess of the moon and stars. Savras, the all-seeing, the third eye, it is the god of divination and fortune-telling. His church is very small and very few people worship him directly. However, his name is invoked often from people looking to get a read on future events. It is said that young men and women will perform rituals to Savras to determine the names of their future spouses. Savras represents truth in its whole. He is both hindsight and foresight, which allows him to single out the truth of a situation. He speaks in clear, precise statements and always speaks the absolute truth. Savras can come across uncaring because of this, but to him, delivering the truth directly without hidden meaning or coercion is the best and most caring thing one can do. He would never hide the truth if it was difficult to hear. People should be allowed to know regardless of how it makes them feel. Some say this is because Savras knows the fate of Faerun and finds himself relatively helpless to change its destiny. Savras, alas, sits in the cold, hard truth, much like his followers. It is said that Savras rarely loses his temper, but when he does, his wrath is dreadful. The Church of Savras is small, isolated, yet organized. Mostly clerics, but the occasional monk of Savras does exist. His clerics are often fortune-tellers or historians poring over old texts hoping to glean future insight from them. Some are employed as judges or work in legal areas as they are so truthful and seek to uncover the truth no matter what. Clerics of Savras pray for their spells at night, but have daily rituals of meditation both in the morning and evening. Their most holy day is known as the Feast of the Moon and is celebrated by every follower of Savras. During this feast, everyone is required to be in meditation for a full 24 hours. Those that finish the meditation for that long period of time are successfully rewarded with a vision of the future from Savras himself. Savras was originally a human wizard that was elevated to minor deity status. I'm not sure by who or how, but Mystra favored him, so I kind of assume her. He came into conflict with Azuth, who is also favored by Mystra and is now known as the deity of wizards. The two fought during the events of the Dawn Cataclysm, and this battle lasted many years. Finally, Azuth, who was a mortal wizard at the time, won by imprisoning Savras into a rather large gem that sits atop his scepter. Soon after, Azuth ascended to godhood status and pledged to serve Mystra. Savras, on the other hand, teleported his prison, the scepter, away from Azuth. The scepter was eventually picked up by Storm Silverhand, who ignored Savras's pleas for escape and returned the scepter to Azuth, where it remained with him until the time of troubles, when Azuth freed Savras after he swore an oath of fealty. It was this defining moment that separated the portfolios of Savras and Azuth, and Savras officially became the deity of diviners. Today, Savras is free but serves Azuth. His followers believe that his imprisonment and release was all seen by Savras, which is why he allowed himself to be captured. Next is Selune. Officially pronounced Selune, I realize I say it incorrectly from what was stated in games such as Baldur's Gate. However, it wouldn't be a Forgotten Realms explained video if I didn't mispronounce something, so I'm in a weird spot here where do I fix it now or just commit to what I've been saying? And I think for this video I'll change to Selune for clarity's sake. Selune was there at the very beginning. She is an ancient deity known as the Moon Maiden, Our Lady of Silver, and the Night White Lady. She is the goddess of the moon and stars, and I think maybe space? She holds the portfolios of the moon, stars, navigation, wanderers, questers, and non-evil lycanthropes. Selune came from the raw magical stuff of existence left over when Lord Ao created Realm Space, which is the crystal sphere containing Faerun. This essence coalesced into Selune and Shar, twin sisters. They were beautiful and mostly identical but polar opposites. Selune was silver-haired and Shar had raven black hair. Selune represented light and Shar darkness. More of this can be found in my very first video on the creation myth of the Forgotten Realms, links in the doobly-doo. In short, though, Selune and Shar fought over bringing light and warmth to their creation of Abir Teril. Selune captured fire from the plane of fire and set a planet ablaze, creating the sun. Shar detested this and fought Selune, trying to extinguish the flame. Selune tore a piece of divine essence out of her body and hurled it at Shar, which tore through her. That magical essence mixed with Shar's and formed Mistral, the first goddess of magic. Selune and Shar have been eternal foes going forward, and the feud will probably never end. She appears as a woman clad in white, but has also been known to appear as the moon to her followers. She is caring and can seem sad by events that are perhaps millennia old. She is calm and placid, except with the war against her sister, where she has a fierceness to her that rivals no other. Selune is worshipped by a healthy mix of people: navigators, sailors, women, good-aligned lycanthropes, as well as explorers. Couples look to Selune to bless them with children, and women look up to her for guidance and strength. Her faith promotes equal access and understanding between its followers. Thus, the hierarchy of the church is a mix of clerics, priests, adventurers, mystics, and the like, all working cooperatively under the symbol of Selune. Human females tend to dominate the clergy of Selune, and typical titles of followers include the Called, the Touch, and Starred, Moonbathed, and High Initiate. At least these are the most commonly known titles in Waterdeep. Outside and further away, many worshippers of Selune might have their own take on names and titles. The dogma of the church is acceptance and tolerance. All are welcome to the faith of Selune, and fellow Selunites should be aided freely as if they were dear friends. A common blessing is, "May Selune guide your steps to the night and bring them to the new dawn." Priests of Selune often make a few coin by reading the stars for an individual, handing out fortunes, etc. They spend their time wandering Faerun preaching the good word of Selune. Her clergy are encouraged to be humble and helpful. Often rituals are performed in the moonlight. Dances and prayers are offered up to the Lady of Silver during the full moon. The greatest and most beautiful temple of Selune is the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. Here in this temple is an exact duplicate of the Wand of the Four Moons, which is the wand Selune wields in battle, and did wield in battle against Shar in Waterdeep. It levitates in a glass case guarded by followers of Selune. It is said that when Selune visits the temple, she appears from this wand. Several pilgrimages are made to Waterdeep to see this wand by followers of Selune. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. It really makes me happy that you're enjoying these videos. And if you enjoy the series, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. The support there allows me to keep going here on YouTube. Take care, and I will see you all in the next video.